Greetings and welcome back to more Let's Play Sakura Spirit. Last time we really got to see the many aspects in the anatomy of the kitsune. And today, we're just gonna eat some fucking soup. Also, the kitsune need to do a spell and they need a wedding sash for it. They thought it was underwear, cause they're fucking stupid. Despite the younger kitsune's easygoing attitude, humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning a little from embarrassment. To think a girl would tell me such a thing. Quickly shaking my head to clear the thoughts from my mind, I turned toward the elder sister of the duo. The soup's delicious. Is Mako-chan the one who usually cooks in the household? Yay, I'm glad you like it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook, so I made a few lucky guesses. It is rather delicious, Mako-chan. Perhaps you could do more cooking from now on. It would allow me more time to lounge around. Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife, and that includes cooking. I added in a little amusement to Machiko's comment while I took a sip from my soup. For a few lucky guesses, the dish came out pretty well. Tumblr's angry at this game. That's true. I'll learn how to do all the cleaning, and I'll cook for you, and I don't know what else. It'll be fun learning. Well, we're just going with it. Mako, stop saying that. You know very well it'll be pointless for you to marry Takakun. The villagers don't know him and despise us. They would never craft a wedding sash for us. That's not necessarily the case, but Chiko-chan. It is clear you're not from this time or space. The village does not tolerate our existence. They hate us. They would never do a favor for us. A favor for a favor. All we gotta do is find a way to make the village accept you both. But I'm afraid to be able to find out how to do that. I'm gonna have to learn more about the village itself. Pale-haired woman shook her head slowly, her ears sinking down against her head as she did so. No, they didn't. They're still there. It's not that simple. They would never trust us. Human and kitsune cannot get along in the long run. I'm honestly surprised that you have tolerated us this long. Me too! I fucking hate both of you. I would be glad to be proved wrong, and you're free to stay as long as you wish, until of course you grow weary of our ways and leave. Oh, Nii-sama, don't speak like that. Takahiro would never do that. Would you? Of course not. A guy like me wouldn't abandon someone just because they're fucked up. That's not the way Gushi-ken Takahiro does things. However, I do recall the village elder telling me that it's not just the kitsune. Humans and spirits have been on bad terms for as long as they can remember. It would be a good idea to discover why. I can't recall. There's much information that's concealed even to someone like me. Most spirits keep to themselves these days. There are one or two exceptions, such as Sayuri, strong spirits who come and go as they please, but mostly they stay to their world. We cannot. We're stuck in the human world, for better or for worse. Stop grabbing your little fucking thing. Huh, I never knew that. Even I'm learning that you're retarded. Well, since Sayuri is said to dwell at the shrine within the forest, we could visit her for some ideas. We don't need to see shit, nigga. Absolutely not. I was slightly taken aback by the childish way of speaking Machiko suddenly used. It almost reminded me of when I used to be told I would have to visit the doctor, complaining and throwing tantrums along the way. But she's the only one who'd be able to provide the answers we seek. I do not want to go. Sayuri's a friend, a fiend, and I dislike the idea of spending time near her. She can't be that bad. If anything happens, I'll protect you. Fine, if it really means that much to you. I'll show you the way to the shrine. But you will enter alone. I'm not going in there. Fuck that shit. Nigga. Can I come, Oni-sama? Absolutely not. I forbid this bullshit. Okay, Oni-sama, I'll stay here. All alone. Unprotected. All by myself. Who knows what might happen to me? I could get trapped under a bookcase and die. Or slip on a banana peel and die. Or get bored and die. Of boredom. Because I'd be super duper bored sitting alone in the same place I sit inside day in and day out. You can come along. Just don't be a shit. Hi. Despite the bullshit, we're gonna go. We're whoops. Sorry, I skipped important text. No, I didn't. There are oranges, apples, and a small vineyard to the rear of the mansion, and I can whip up some cream. That sounds simple. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Mako-chan. Okay. As Mako led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed quiet, like something was playing on her mind. I wanted to ask her what was up, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low told me it wasn't the best idea. So I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So what do you prefer, Mako-chan? Apples, grapes, oranges? We can gather all three, but I bet we can sneak a few ourselves first. I guess apples. I knew a Kitsune Spirit before, a friend at Oni-sama who loved apples. Can't remember her name though, I guess my head's a little bit hollow. Yeah, it's completely hollow. Apples are pretty nice. Hard on the outside, sweet inside, and your head isn't hollow. Silly. If that was the case, I'd say I would still be stuck in jail under the care of the tsundere tyrant. Stupid bitch. Oni-sama did most of the thinking, I just did the thing. Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm so grateful for all the help. How about I playfully raised a hand to flick Mako's forehead and exclaimed with a grin. So you know hollow sound. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts. Ah, mig meanie butt. But at least you're reassured now. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we? Okay, I'll get them. You grab that collecting bucket. Alright, let's get down to business. So I'm less hateful of this game right now, and I need to explain myself. They're not explaining the plot as much, and there's less stupid bullshit. I think because the tsundere tyrant, because I don't know what her name was, and the other one that was kind of hot, aren't here. They aren't here to openly annoy me with the stupid bullshit. As a result, I can take this at face value. However, this entire scene is fucking boring, so, you know, it's still not good. Girl climbed the tree, just getting apples. Mako-chan, be careful, you might slip. Ow. The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it stung my palm. Of course, I did play it up for the girl, too. I'll be fine, Takataka. I've been climbing trees all my life. Even the most experienced climbers end up getting in accidents if they're not careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, lowering the apple I caught into the bucket. Put the lotion in the basket lest she get the hose again. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a kitsune, a spirit. I won't fall. I'm super safe. Watch, I'll go get apples near the top. Oh, I like how I progressively get more manly with the female voices. Wait, Mako-chan, unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those. Fly? I can't do that, Siritaka Hirashima. Who ever heard of a kitsune fly? She fell. Quickly, my reflexes caught her. Unfortunately, I didn't keep in mind some of the apples were scattered all over the grass. I tripped. I staggered, and while I staggered, I was able to catch Mako. I right-clicked, whoops, before my imbalance caused the two of us to drop onto the ground. My head was throbbing once I recovered from the spill. I moved to sit up, but found myself pinned by a small but substantial weight. Game, don't do it. Please don't do it. I'll deal with the plot. Don't give me... Oh, look at that stupid fucking fang. Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Mako-chan resting on my lap. Owie, I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro, you saved me. Gave me a soft kind of hard landing. Do you mind, you're crushing me. Oh, I'm sorry. As the younger woman was flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, tilted my legs beneath her, as she toppled forwards, her head resting on my chest. Well, maybe we learned that kitsune are just a little bit clumsier. Maybe we learned that Mako is even cuter up close than I thought. I think you're mistaking me for Oni-sama. No, I'm talking about you. Oh, this dialogue's so fucking terrible. I'd happily call you Oni-sama, but lots of people in that village are super meanie pants. Oh, fuck this dialogue. Oni, well, I don't want to be called darling. She's not ready. Oh, what? What happened? I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I am sorry, guys. I clicked by accident. It might, but it could just, well, send me in the middle of the... She's a good mage. That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had the solution to their water shortage. What's Atlantis? A city with high ambition sunk deep by... Shut the fuck up. Su-chan tells me I shouldn't use magic. She said it was her domain to use it. Maybe she has a reason for saying it. Like, maybe, I don't know, spells have side effects. You're just like Oni-sama was at first. She forbid me too, but I showed her spells were helpful and I can control them. I'm not gonna throw spells around like nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid. Yeah, because no dumb little kid has bazongas like these. I'm not gonna try and forbid you from doing anything. You're most likely old enough, because, well, I don't know how young a foxy girl might be. Beware the dark side of magic. In most stories, magic usually has some nasty effect. Like, what would you do if using magic gave you a terrible tummy ache, or a headache, or diarrhea? Then you better prepare a teleport spell to the toilet! Why'd PM write this dialogue? I do get headaches, but those aren't really a big deal. No, that's just the brain tumor that's forming. And I get to be helpful to Oni-sama. And I'm not gonna change that at all, so there. And then I hit preferences. We can do auto. I already mentioned you didn't need to change that. However, what you need to change is the fact that you're straddling me and you're rather close. Oh, but you're so warm and soft. Oh, auto's that? I like it. I could just curl up and sleep on you. We just woke up. Wait, don't sleep. I was just joking. More importantly than that, dessert. Let's get back inside. We enjoyed our dessert and then the morning happened and a bunch of dots happened. Can we go back to the village? I'm getting bored with these two shitheads. I woke the next morning to the sun filtering in through the wooden blind shutters and yawned loudly. The girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast, when I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. By the way, this game's probably a dream sequence, so I'm gonna get really upset at the end of the game. It was clear that to learn more about my situation, I would need to obtain the wisdom of the spirit dwelling within the shrine in the nearby forest. Perhaps at the same time, I would be able to discover two more things that I found curious. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous when the spirit herself was mentioned, and most importantly, the problem surrounding the hostility between humans and spirits. That's important. Takani, breakfast is ready. Can you go call Oni-sama? Sure, right here. We'll be there, yeah. Quickly made my way outside the room, soon finding myself within one of the corridors of Kitsune's mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long to find Machiko wandering down the corridors, her lips curving up into a smile when she saw me. No need to look for me. Mako's voice reached me loud and clear. Good morning, Machiko. Did you sleep well? It was a decent sleep, perhaps a little lonely though. You're getting along with my sister, Takani, huh? Maybe you should go fuck. Ah, she seems attached to my dick. I guess I'll be stuck with it for a while. Oh, do you not like the name? Well, would you prefer to be called darling? Stop watching, niggas. How dare you watch me? Why don't you use your hiding skills, you know, against those samurai girls? Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me to hide. Well, I'm retarded. Plus, Mako tends to not have control over her change. She's far too excitable to maintain an illusion. It's her magical blind spot. I can't imagine it would have still been fun if the Tsundere tyrant caught you both. That certainly would have been an unpleasant scenario. Then again, sure you would end up saving me, Taka-kun. I could notice the subtle difference in Machiko's voice, the sweet sugar-coated words that caused my cheeks to flush up slightly. I really wasn't good at dealing with the girl's flirting attempts. Swiftly stepping backwards, I turned toward the staircase at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone, "Meiko-chan's waiting." With that, I rushed toward the kitchen, Machiko giggling behind me, trying to get that penis. Ah, good morning, both of you. I made eggs and toast, and oranges. That is wonderful, you're getting good at this. To be able to wake up with the knowledge of a pretty girl made my breakfast. It's good to be alive. And perhaps one resting next to you too? That's a bit overkill, especially the conditions that girl was resting next to me. As following cue, I recalled the slight... No, alright. Fuck, there's a lot of fluff in this. Spirits. For a moment, I tried to think about her question before I replied with a sheepish grin. In our world, spirits are actually something out of folk tales, like they appear in stories and in certain religions, and even worship them. But it's not like we got them running around like in this world. Folk tales, worship? Your world is fucked up.
That's fucked up, Taka-kun.
Oh, that's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? He says something about judo. You mean judo? Well, in my world, people gotta go to school. That's basically a place of knowledge where you learn things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep the peace. I'm a student. Or you could say I'm studying to become a defender. Not just of my village, but my whole country. It was over-exaggerating, but it felt pleasant to call myself a defender. That sounds weird. Or the pole ice like the army, defending the nation. Your world's fucked up. I wouldn't call it fucked up. It's this world's a bit unusual. But no, the police are like the guards of the village, while we have an actual army around to defend the entire nation. Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Oh no, gosh dang it! These oranges got worms inside them. Ew, Oni-sama, did you not check the oranges? Oh, how terrible. Perhaps that was a day I had to become overcome with fatigue and could not possibly pull myself from the bed sheets. You lazy bitch. Might have to go get apples. While Meiko went outside to grab apples, my eyes drifted toward Machiko, who was looking with a content smile at me, clearly pleased by something. Don't do that thing where you push her boobs up. It's so good seeing her in such a good mood. It's been a tough few months, I must admit. She's been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did. We all have our ups and downs, especially with studying. I still remember how I used to dread the time we had exams. So little time for my judo, it made me rather sad at times. That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I'm intrigued by this school's notion. Well, my situation's a bit different. While I go to school like everyone else, my main focus is actually on to becoming an athlete. To explain it in a way you might understand, an athlete is someone who performs a certain sport, and those who are among the best represent their countries. I have an upcoming competition that would decide if I represent my country at judo. I understand, you focus on your strength, honing it, and getting knowledge with a multitude of options. It's an interesting method. Oh, that's nice. I must thank you, by the way. I guess you could describe it like that, and thank me? I believe that your appearance has a lot to do with Meiko's newfound joy. She's even singing out there. I've not heard her sing in weeks. It warms my heart to be so overjoyed, and it's because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun. I know it's because of me, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before I continued speaking. Then again, I should thank you for busting my ass out of jail. I don't want to imagine what I've been doing if I was still with the tsundere tyrant. You're most welcome. Please don't be so hard on Mio-chan, though. There are many things beyond her control. But it's perhaps out of our hands now. I wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I was wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Mako-chan. I do wonder what turned the village to look so unkindly upon you. And repay me? For a moment, my thoughts drifted toward a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red. Can't ask her of such a thing. Not sure I have anything in mind. Just your smile's enough payment. You're a true gentleman. A shame. I was hoping to get some of that dick. The Kitsune giggled at herself, somewhat disappointed that she ain't getting that dick, as I keep right-clicking. Fucking goddammit. Machiko-chan, there's only 3 of us. Your belly does not count as a 4th person. Speaking of a 4th person, I can't help but notice that from what I was told, you two used to interact with the spirit of the shrine. What made you get so nervous when the Sayuri is involved? Yeah, not important. Fog 'em. Ah, Sayuri Dono. Thank you for visiting us today. Machiko-chan is right over there. Oh, Sayuri, no! I'm busy. Please forgive me. To think you get so flustered. Is she that amazing of a person? Don't go back to it! You don't understand, it's complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a kitsune, can muster to use. A certain way of talking and acting subtly influence how people perceive me. They are, I'd suppose they'd be like social skills for spirits. Sayuri can completely negate mine, and it leaves me feeling nervous and childlike. So basically, she's immune to your flirting. For a moment, my mind was connecting to the dots as I planted the palm of my head against my forehead. I get it. Machiko-chan is afraid of approaching her because Sayuri is an even greater flirter than her. She's flirting with you, I see. You swing that way. Suddenly, I felt rather disappointed for some reason. You're off the table. You're lesbian. It's over. That's not true! Well, maybe slightly about her being stronger. I mean, she is overpowering, but it does allow me to properly do my thing. Okay. You know, you like girls. Oh, well, how about we forget about Sayuri and I'll show you exactly which way I swing. I'ma make your dick swing. Get over here. That won't be necessary. She must be quite a challenge to deal with, though, especially since I briefly lowered my voice to whisper under my breath. You already had a handful to deal with when you start teasing that dick. Oh, you perhaps less of a gentleman than I thought, Taka-kun. Then what would I be? A lovable rogue? Or maybe you see yourself more of the hero type? Obviously, I'm a hero. A perverted one, but still a hero. Oh, Nissan, I'm attacking ye. Welcome back, Mako-chan. How'd the hunt for the golden apple go? No golden ones, but a load of good ones. Even one shaped like a heart. Here you go, Takani. An apple shaped like a heart. That's a curious thing. Could this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving this heart? Oh, man. I didn't know my eyes could roll this hard before. Oh, man, I slipped again, guys. Oh, man, I'm falling all over the place. Oh, Poopy is right. Following the directions the familiar of Sayuri had given Mako, we set off for all the directions the familiar of Sayuri had given Mako. Okay, a familiar, alright. We set off for the mansion. 3 of us picked our way through the forest, fortunately, without getting lost this time under the instruction of the tiny familiar. Didn't take long for us to get past the place where Machiko had fallen into the river last time we entered the forest, but they say a warned fox is worth 2. And this time she avoided any missteps. So according to this, should be up ahead. My gaze had fallen a series of stairs that started to ascend from the dirt path up toward a hill. A gate of sorts standing at the top of the hill. Oh no, what could she want to see us for? She never summons us. She always just bumps into us. Why would she call us? You're silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be nervous about. Maybe she found a way to stop my headaches. Now that would be wonderful. There's no use guessing what she's up to. Strata confidence, climb those stairs. Come on, Oni-sama. Why don't we make a game of it to take your mind off where we are? We can hop along dandy. Hop ha hoo ha. Mako-chan, I'm tired of your bullshit. The spunky girl hopped past me, giving out commands, and the other girls seemed to be following. One step at a time, hopping, jumping, all that stuff. Watched in amazement as the panic left Machiko, because she has the brain of a hamster. They reached the top of the stairs, and then did it. Eep! The voice seemingly made Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body making a light tremble while the source behind the voice revealed itself right when we arrived. The one responsible for the nervous reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off the gate, landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth. She sweeps her thing back and forth. Mush is playing Risk of Rain. I wish I was playing that. Mysterious girl. Ah, Machi-tan. I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been doing well? I wonder if I'm allowed to fuck you. I don't know. You might actually be pretty good. Ah, Suchan. We were playing a game. Hello, Sayori-sama. We're doing pretty good. Looked like an incredibly cute game. Then again, it might be because you two cute kids today were playing. We're done. It's been like 26 minutes. I went really long this time. I think I'll leave you guys with these 3 scantily clad retarded women. And next time on Let's Play Sakura Spirit, no.